A citizen of Brazil appeared in U.S. District Court in Seattle after being extradited from Switzerland to face a 13-count indictment for wire fraud and conspiracy regarding his Bitcoin investment scheme. That was announced by the acting U.S. Attorney Teal Luthi Miller. Duver T. Braga, age 48, lived in Florida between approximately 2016 and 2021 during the bulk of the alleged fraud. The indictment alleges Braga operated a Bitcoin investment scheme that was really just a plain old Ponzi scheme, as well as an alleged multi-level marketing scheme. The grand jury returned the indictment in October of 2022. It was unsealed last week following Braga's arrest in Switzerland. Today, Braga pleaded not guilty and the trial is scheduled in front of U.S. District Judge Tana Lin on April 28th of this year. Mr. Braga allegedly ran a fraud scheme that harkens back more than a century, but he updated his Ponzi scheme with a hot new thing, Bitcoin, said U.S. Attorney Teal Luthi Miller, and he continued with, "The victim investors have waited years to see justice. I commend our federal partners at the FBI and IRS criminal investigation for their diligent work on this case." According to the indictment, Braga conspired with others to create a cryptocurrency trading platform called TradeCoin Club, or TCC, with an office in Belize. As early as 2016, they tried to set that up. Braga worked with others to promote TCC, claiming that investors would make money because the TCC had a sophisticated software program that allowed investors to profit on the fluctuating price of Bitcoin. Braga also promised that investors could make money by referring other investors to the platform. In reality, there was no investment platform and no sophisticated software. Those who invested early were paid off later by later investors, as in a Ponzi scheme. Braga traveled the world promoting TCC. In Thailand in March of 2017, Nigeria and Macau in May of 2017, TCC was promoted on social media and in videos at various events. Braga claimed TCC had as many as 126,000 members in 231 different countries. Through his false promises of sophisticated investment and high returns, Braga induced tens of thousands of people to entrust over 82,000 Bitcoin, valued at over $290 million at the time of investment, and to deposit it with TCC. Braga continued with the false representations, creating an online portal where investors could track the supposed activity of their investment accounts. The site was a fiction, and there was no trading activity. Braga withdrew and misappropriated investor funds between December 2016 and July 2019. At least $50 million in Bitcoin was transferred to accounts Braga controlled. However, by late 2017 and early 2018, investors had trouble accessing their funds. In January 2018, TCC announced to investors that it was ceasing to operate in the United States and was canceling their accounts. Many investors were located in the Western District of Washington. Braga allegedly profited handsomely while failing to report his earnings to the IRS. In 2017, he received Bitcoin worth $30.5 million on a reported income of only $152,298. In 2018, he reported $73,473 to the IRS, but in reality received $13.1 million in Bitcoin. And in 2019, he reported $72,870 to the IRS in income, yet he received $10 million in Bitcoin. The type of scheme Mr. Braga is charged with operating is not new. He just used the allure of a flashy new technology to obscure a well-worn scam, said Mike Harrington, the special agent in charge of the FBI's Seattle field office. And he continued, while the victims in this case waited and wondered about the fate of their investments, he siphoned off millions of dollars for his personal use. This case demonstrates the determination of the FBI and our partners in the IRS criminal investigation to hold fraudsters accountable no matter where in the world they may be. Tyler Hatcher of the IRS criminal investigation continued with the comment, "The charges against Mr. Braga and his co-conspirators reflect a well-designed scheme to solicit investment in a fake cryptocurrency trading platform for victims around the globe." Continuing with, "Furthermore, Mr. Braga is allegedly to have knowingly ignored and circumvented laws regulating multi-level marketing programs in the U.S., laws that exist to protect investors from becoming victims in pyramid schemes. Despite the complexity of this scheme, IRS criminal investigation and our partners at the FBI successfully uncovered the evidence necessary to bring forth these charges." Braga is charged with 12 counts of wire fraud, reflecting 12 wires investors sent to TCC for deposits into their quote-unquote accounts. Braga is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The charges are punishable of up to 20 years in prison. The charges contained in the indictment at this point are only allegations. A person is presumed innocent unless and until he or she is proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. The case was investigated by the IRS, CI, and the FBI. The case is being prosecuted by Assistant United States Attorneys Mike Dion and Philip Kobzinski. The U.S. Department of Justice Office of International Affairs provided valuable assistance with securing the extradition.